Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce Cmatics video session 280. So basically in today's video, we will actually discuss both about the semi-join and anti-join, like how we can collaborate both the joins and find certain results. So we will cover one use case scenario where are going to find account having opportunities with no contact. Okay, so that will be the use case scenario. At first, what we will do is you already have this SAQL developer guide with you. So we will take the reference of this thing. So here, for example, if you see for this anti-join, they have mentioned something, multi-way semi-join syntax. Okay. So that's what we are going to do. A join statements can be combined to form a multi-way semi-join. A maximum of 3 join statements are allowed in a query. These statements combine into a conjunctive predicate. So this multi-way semi-join syntax, that is something we are going to cover. Okay, so what I will do is here, let me write that multi-way, and also let me just quickly copy this particular syntax. Fine. So this is the syntax. Okay, multi-way semi-join syntax. Now they will cover one use case scenario they have mentioned as well. It won't be exactly similar, but I will just tweak a little bit. So here they have mentioned use a join statement to query for accounts with opportunities but no orders. So in my case, it will be accounts with opportunities but no contacts. Okay. So let me just write over here the use case scenario: account having opportunities. So it can be like at least one opportunity for sure. Okay. But no contacts at all. So there will be no contacts at all. Okay. So we will cover this scenario. We will also verify this with the help of SOQL, as well as, we will also find another way in which we can take the help of co-group as well. Okay. So that's the purpose. Now, in my case, what I did is basically I already had this particular thing. You remember when we were covering about the account dashboard dataset. So I saw it was already there. So I just saved and run the recipe. Okay. That's the thing which I have done, nothing else. So in my case, that already exists. I think in your case also it will be existing in case you have followed my videos from the very beginning. We already created some account dataset for the dashboard. So definitely have your dataset ready of account, opportunity, and dashboard in case you don't have it. Now, the next thing is, I'm not quite sure if I ran the recipe. Let me just check that part. Okay. So let me just go to job monitors. Okay, I ran the sync, but I didn't run the recipe. So let me just very quickly run the recipe as well. So I ran that sync. Now this is that session 27. So what I will do is I will just quickly run this recipe. Fine. Cool. Let it run. I don't think so that will impact our query right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the data set. So I'm going to add the account dashboard, the opportunity dashboard data set, and finally the contact contact dashboard data set. Okay, great. Now let me move to SAQL. So here, let me just remove this whole thing that's not required for me. And here, what I will write is I will write account. Here, I'm going to write. Here, I'm going to write op. And here, I'm going to write contact. Okay. And with the help of this developer guide, let me just copy this whole part. And after that, whatever further statements I need to add, I'm just going to add it. Okay. Show over there. So this is the whole thing. You're equal to join. So here it will be ID. Okay, I'm not sure one thing whether I've taken. Okay, I have the account ID as well. That is fine. And here also let me take ID. Here also it will be ID, and here also it will be account ID, right? But instead of orders, for my case, it will be contact, isn't it? Okay. That's done. Now I will just generate the statement. So what I'm doing is, like, if you see this syntax, A equal to join A by ID semi, B by ID. So what happens is semi, we already know that, it will give us all the accounts which are having at least one opportunity. That's the meaning of semi join. Okay. So with that being combined, we are already getting the accounts having opportunities. The next time we are again utilizing this variable A, and what we are doing is now we are doing an anti. So I already have the account with opportunities. Now, along with that account with opportunities, I am taking the contacts. Okay, contacts having the, I mean, here they have written ID, but it has to be account ID for sure. Okay. So which means I already took the accounts having opportunities, at least one opportunities. Now, along with that, I'm just ensuring that we are not having contacts. So I'm taking an anti of that, right? Because that's the whole purpose. Account having opportunities, but no contacts. So they should have opportunity, but at the same time, they shouldn't have any contact records as well. Okay. So now with that being done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Q equal to Q equal to generate Q as, so let me write ID as ID, right? It's an account ID, and, or maybe I can also write account. Okay, that's fine, not an issue. And name as account name, right? So let me just run this query, right? There is some error. Let's resolve that error. Q equal to generate Q as ID. Okay, what's the issue up till here? Q equal to generate Q. Oh, sorry, I have written for each. Huh? So Q equal to for each Q generate for each Q generate uh, ID as ID, right? So let me run this query. Great. Now, if you see, I see 497 records, right? I have 497 such account records which are having opportunity, but they are not having contacts. Okay, so 497. So what I will do is I will quickly save this and I will just write account with opportunities, which means at least one opportunities, but no contacts, right? And we have utilized this particular thing, multi-way semi-join syntax, right? So let me just save it in my SAQL app and I will click on save. Now, whether it is really 497 records or not, how we can verify it? We need to verify that as well. Okay. So something we always have to focus is ensure that, we do the proper verification and, we are not just there assuming something. So, cool. So now I will just go to my SOQL query. And here what I will write is select ID name from account is fine, where ID in, and what I will write is I will write select account ID from opportunity. Okay. So this will give me all the account IDs having at least one opportunity, right? And since I don't want the contact, so I will write and ID, okay, ID not in, and here what I'm going to write is select account ID from contact. Okay. So now let me run the export. Okay, great. I also see write off 497 records. I hope you will agree with me that the SOQL query for, identifying those accounts which are having opportunities but no contact is this one. You have to select ID name from account, where ID in, this account ID in should match with the account ID I'm getting from opportunity. But at the same time, that's why I written and, that at the same time, those IDs should not match with the account ID from contact. Okay. So this is the whole SOQL query, right? We can just use this as well, not an issue. Cool. Okay, great. So we already got the result because I can say 497, and here also, like when we move to the SAQL part, we also see that number was coming as 497. So I can very quickly show you that as well. Yeah, as you can see here, it's still 497, which is great. Now comes the next interesting part, which is like ensuring how we can do it with the help of co-group, because this can be achieved with the help of co-group as well. Okay. So what I will do is I will again open all this particular data set. Right. Cool. See, up till here, we already know it is same, not an issue. Okay. So let me remove all this. Oh, sorry. Now, what I'm going to write is Q equal to, right? So Q equal to, let's say I want to co-group. So I will write co-group account by ID, right? And I'm going to go for a left join. Then I'm going to do op by account ID. And again, I will go for a left join. And then finally, contact by account ID, right? So up till here, it's fine, not an issue because I'm taking all the account records. Okay, no issues over there. Then I will write Q equal to for each Q generate. So I have to write account.id, right? So account.id as something like, let's say, account ID. Okay. And maybe I can just write first off full account dot name as account name, right? And at the same time, I also just need to find the count. So I will find the count of op as something like count underscore op, cool. And I will find the count of contacts, okay, as count underscore contact, something like that. Okay. Now let me just run this up till here. Let's see how the result is coming. So okay, I see some error. Unique identifier account ID. I think I need to have the account ID. So the account ID. Okay, I think I have written a spelling mistake here. Okay, so that's fine. Contacts. Okay, that is cool. Okay, here it has to be contact. Okay, not contacts. That's fine because I've written the variable name as contact. Great. So now I'm getting all the account records. Okay, not an issue. After this, what will happen is I have to write Q equal to, right, filter Q by, now here comes the interesting part. I have to write count of op, right? Count underscore op. It has to be more than 0, right? And this count underscore contact, it has to be not equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0. And now I can just run this query up till here, right? With that, I think I made some mistake somewhere. Q equal to filter Q by count of op. Okay, I'm getting the count of op. It has to be more than 0. And sorry, this has to be equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0. No, it has to be equal to 0. Okay, there is some issue. Let's check this. What's the issue? So I have count underscore contact. Okay, fine. We will check this part, like how to do this. Let me just save it as of now. Okay, and let me just save it as co-group. Okay, co-group way, something like that. We will just continue on this. But in the next, we will verify. I mean, we will check how we can do the same thing with the help of SAQL co-group functionalities. But yeah, basically up till here, you understood like how we can at least find the account with object but no context, and also we have verified with the help of SOQL. So yeah, let's meet very soon in our next one.